Doing daily touches isn't about taking an hour to 2 hour sessions or having intense focus where you're fully locked in and you're working and you're sweating whilst you're doing your drills. Instead, it's just about taking 5 to 10 minutes out of your day and just taking some touches with the football, either at home if you have space or on the pitch. And these touches don't have to be anything crazy. You can just do simple exercises that you're comfortable with. I will talk about a few exercises you can do later on, but they're pretty much the same or similar to the ones you can see me doing now. But for now, I'm just going to talk a bit about why daily touches can benefit you. And also, even though we're talking about daily touches, you don't actually have to do this daily. It's more like whenever you want to or every other day. There's no structure or anything. If I'm walking around my house and I see the ball, I'll just start dribbling or doing some kick-ups. So you kind of want to have that same approach to it. Now, why can doing daily touches be important? And the most obvious and probably most important thing is you spend more time with the ball and just get more comfortable, which means you just get better footwork with the football. And the best way for me to explain this is if you wanted to improve a certain exercise, let's say pull-ups, for example. For anyone watching that wants to improve their pull-ups, this is a pretty good tip. So the best way to actually improve at pull-ups would be to do them every day or even multiple times throughout the day. Now, this way probably won't build you the most muscle because it's not a proper workout session. You're not really using a lot of effort, you're not going to failure, etc. But you will very quickly get good at doing pull-ups because you've practiced them so often that your nervous system will adapt and you'll just know the right muscles to engage to perform the pull-up very well. Remember, you're not doing 2 hour sessions of pull-ups to failure every day, because then you'll just create too much fatigue to then practice pull-ups every day or every other day. Instead, you're just doing 10 to 15 minutes of practicing pull-ups, which means it's going to be manageable for you to practice pretty much every day. And so you can apply that same approach to getting better with the football. Just doing a few touches daily or a couple times a week is what's going to allow you to get that practice in, and so touching and manipulating the ball feels a lot easier. And to be honest, you'll be surprised, doing this for around 3 to 4 months, you'll just start to notice in your games and training sessions that moving the ball feels a lot smoother, your confidence doing different touches and making the ball do what you want it to do will be a lot higher. Okay, so now that I've spoken a bit about why daily touches are important, let's go over a few exercises you can do for your daily touches either at home or on the pitch. So number one is always going to be kick-ups. You don't need any cones, you don't need any equipment, you just need the ball. And kick-ups are a great way to improve your touch and ball control, more specifically for when the ball is in the air, which is obviously going to be important when you're playing. Plus, kick-ups are just very fun, at least for me anyway. If you can do quite a lot, plus do a few tricks as well, kick-ups can be very comfortable and enjoyable. Next is going to be inside taps. Again, you don't really need any cones or equipment, just a bit of space with the football. And this gets you comfortable shifting the ball from one foot to the other. And it's really good because you're using the inside of your foot a lot when you play, whether it's to receive a pass or to make a pass, or even doing certain moves like the La Croqueta that hinges on you being able to use the inside of your feet very well. Then we have the V-cut, and for this you will need to use a cone or some sort of object just to do the V-cut around. And this exercise is all about controlling the ball or manipulating the ball using the sole of your foot. And it's good to do as a warm-up. In fact, many futsal players tend to use the V-cut as a nice warm-up before they play. And like I said, it's a pretty good exercise if you want to improve using the sole of your foot. Then finally, you can just do a bit of free play where you're just taking different touches, doing a few tricks, just dribbling around randomly. It's not really an exercise, but it's just something fun you can do just to get your touches in. And this is pretty good because it adds a bit of creativity, spontaneousness. You can just try different things. And again, it's just a fun way to get your touches in. And that's pretty much it. Of course, there are other exercises you can do, but just being able to have that habit of taking a few touches every day or every other day or a couple times a week will slowly start to build your comfortability with the football. And of course, this doesn't replace your actual specific training sessions. You should still obviously be doing those. Your full training sessions where you're showing focus and high intensity is going to be the main thing that improves whatever you want to improve upon in football. And so you just want to think of your daily touches as a little bit of ball work practice, so your nervous system gets more familiar with how to move and handle the football. But that's pretty much it for this video. By the way, quickly, if you're interested, I do have a detailed dribbling program that goes over the 5 most important aspects that make up dribbling. The program's filled with lots of information, exercises and drills that you can follow, that you can really take your dribbling to the next level. It's the first link in the description if you want to check it out. But I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I'll see you guys next time.